I actually all think that looks okay, but I don't know if it's just because it's David Beckham that I all think it looks all right. I think the pants are a little bit tight, especially with Jack's calves. I'm surprised he's got them over there, but I'm not too sure about the shoes, but maybe back in them days, that's what best on the market. Them jeans are so bad, aren't they? And the shoes, no, for me, that's probably the worst I've seen. They're horrific. They're so bad.
What are your thoughts on Mika's suit here?
I think it's actually not that bad. I like a plain suit, but I think it's for, if it's a black tie or something and it's very smart, I think that you have to play it safe. But when you're doing the commentary and the punditry, I think you can I'm bored of seeing the same, Marks and Spencer suit from Jamie Redknapp or something like that, for example, where it is what it is. That's a little bit different. I wouldn't wear it all the time, but I think for the odd occasion, just to show someone that you've got a little bit about you, I would pull it off, yeah. You know what I don't think that helps in there is the blonde hair. It's the blonde hair, the white suit, the black. It's, for me, it's a bit too much, but obviously for the massive transfer fee that he came for from Leeds to Manchester United, I think that's just as bold as the move that he did, to probably local rivals, yeah.
No, 100%. I mean, if you got announced as a world record signing, you've got to put something on to
you need to have a statement, don't you? So I think for the occasion, great statement suit. I'm not too sure about the shoes, but maybe back in them days, that's what best on the market. I think, what can you say about him? I mean, he's changed the game of football and the game of, probably linking fashion and football so close together. So we all probably owe a big thank you to him, with how he's shaped the game of football. I actually all think that looks okay, but I don't know if it's just because he's David Beckham that I all think it looks all right. Yeah, he'd wear a bin bag, wouldn't he, and it'd be all right. Everyone would be like, yeah, gotta wear that. I think he changed the game, from football to the media. I mean, obviously him and his missus and what they both did, and they both escalated each other to different heights. We probably owe him a lot for the social media side of football in what we all can achieve in this day and age. What year was that? Because Gordon Strachan's there, so it can't be.
2005.
It's not that long. I mean, I was 15, but them jeans are so bad, aren't they? And the shoes, no, for me, that's probably the worst I've seen. That is something that Roger would wear, where you've got, the brown and the blue, and it's brown shoes. I can see what he's gone for with the roll neck, but then it's the big branding down the middle. You've got to play it safe or and just simple, but that branding and stuff, it takes it draws my attention to that instead of that horrible brown leather jacket. But that's my personal opinion. They're horrific. They're so bad. Again, I think it's the colour for me. I don't really like the colour. I don't actually think this. I think probably the suit would have fitted him well, and obviously with his physique and everything like that, it probably looks unbelievable in it. But I'm not too sure about the colour for me. I mean, an open shirt is not too bad. I'm not too sure of the cross, the chain that's there. It makes it, but he looks a lot younger than what he does now. So maybe if you was to speak to him and ask him, would you wear that now? Maybe not. So as I say, fashion changes all the time. I think if you're going to do open, I don't think you can. That's your limit for open. More open, you might as well take it off, and and just wear a blazer with no shirt. I think that off looks better with some of the gear that he wears now. But as you say, it's a few years ago. I think the pants are a little bit tight, especially with Jack's calves. I'm surprised he's got them over there, but I'm not too sure about the t-shirt as well with the skull, but it is. I think it's one of his better looks, me personally. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a man as well, isn't it? So it's decent clothing. When he first signed, I remember some of the lads, obviously, who have not really took notice of his calf that much. They was looking and double looking at him. When I played with him at England before we moved to City, you kind of got used to him, but they are good calves on him. And when he tenses them, it's actually they've got like a big vein going up them. So listen, they do a job on the pitch, and That's why he's at Manchester City and doing the work there. It's different because, when you see him on Instagram, he would never come into training wearing that gear. So I think a lot of it's for the social media and for his, I don't know, or people, for his perception towards him and what he dresses like. But when he comes to training, it's very, tracksuits, very plain. I don't know if it's just because he's sitting in his car, coming to work, doing his business at work and then going back home. But, I'll have to see if we go for a team bonding, it's a night out or a Christmas party or a bit of food, that he might bring something special to the table now. No, great. But obviously that was at Britain's Got Talent, and the array of clothing that I had in my wardrobe to put on and be the character that I wanted to be didn't really go. It's the trainers. Did you see the trainers that I had under, like LA Gears? There was like the flashy ones. They sold it. So I just kind of worked from trainer down. I needed to obviously wear a hat because people was not meant to know that it was me underneath there. And the bucket hat would just said everything about my personality and being as stupid as I was to go on Britain's Got Talent. I don't think people actually know about this. I actually didn't know it was the Britain's Got Talent. I knew I was doing something, obviously, with the World Cup coming up and everything like that, but I thought it was like just the auditions. I didn't know it was the Britain's Got Talent. So when I turned up there, as you can tell with my singing, I didn't even learn the song. I knew of the song, but I didn't learn the song. So I turned up and I was like, okay, here we go. And I just thought, I'll learn it in 5 minutes and I'm just going to play a little part in it. Then I was like, well, who's out there? And I can hear all the noises, like, well, there's Simon Cowell and all the judges. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know the song. So I just had to freewheel it. And the bits that I did learn, that took about half an hour. And then anything after that, you just kind of just go into character, and I just started messing around. And to be fair, the boys watch it at home, and it's good laugh, and it's always a good icebreaker when you've got family around or guests around, having a few drinks around the table or a takeaway, and you say, oh, have you seen Kyle on Britain's Got Talent? And everyone laugh at me for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, as if you need an icebreaker, innit? Oh yeah, I've won the Premier League so many times, but no, let's get the Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah, forget about what I've done on the football pitch. Look how stupid it was being on Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah, I mean, and Jack's fit as well is special.
Oh yeah, well, it was for the World Cup. Obviously, it was a campaign building up to the World Cup, and he was doing a lot of things with the players at the time. I think Dele Alli went to a haunted house and spent the night in a haunted house, so it was always only right that he dressed up as a World Cup.
How did the work with Boohoo come about, and what exactly are you doing with them?
Listen, it was an opportunity, obviously. I know the Boohoo lads from around the area and everything. And they just proposed me to do, a collaboration with them. So I was more than, excited to do that. And I feel that the brand fits my style and what I'm trying to achieve, or what I wear on a day-to-day basis.